Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Power 5 meteorologist Frank Marzullo. About 2 o'clock here this afternoon. If you're with us this morning on Good Morning Cleveland Saturday, or we're watching during the week, we're just following through with this forecast that really is playing out how we thought. Very muggy, humid early into the morning hours and into the afternoon. And now all that humidity is starting to fuel that opportunity for some stronger storms. Now, you'll notice we've got a line here back to the west coming out of Toledo, between Toledo and Sandusky. There was actually a few storms last hour that were warned on that line. However, now with the heating of the day, we're seeing, we're on a wide scope right now. I'll zero in here in a moment, but we're starting to see these storms fire on up and right along 77 just west of Mansfield here. But then as you come in a little bit closer, and here's the thing, you don't need just that line to follow, because you look at the radar over the last hour and notice, like right here near Strongsville, south of Strongsville and Wellington, there was nothing there, and then just boom, popping up here. So this is going to be the scenario now. We've given you the timeline after 2 o'clock all morning long and yesterday with the Power of 5. And that scenario now is playing out. So we're going to continue to keep an eye on all of this here this afternoon. Right now, nothing severe in the News 5 area, but very impactful. That's why I wanted to get on here and just let you know what's going on. It's a Saturday. You're out at the pool, right? You're at the beach, you're at the lake, and these thunderstorms are going to fire up. And as they do, they've had a history of producing a lot of lightning. You can see just within this cell here, south of Bucyrus, south of Shelby, getting into areas of Willard even, lightning strikes upwards of 39 here at this moment. So there's a lot of fuel out there, and we'll look at some things here to demonstrate that coming up in just a couple seconds. But what I wanted to do here is widen the scope out, let you know. Now, you're anywhere, let's say Cleveland up towards Ashtabula, absolutely fine right now. We've said all day long that once we get after 2, especially out towards the lake, towards Sandusky and the islands, stronger storms firing up. Now we're seeing these pockets start to develop. And this, unfortunately, is going to be with us throughout the evening hours. There will be times where it's a little more organized, especially as some of this bigger energy gets a little closer to us. So let me do a freeze frame. We'll go into analysis mode here. And, of course, you can comment. Love to see you here. Hello, Lisa. How are you? As we go through the next a bit here, and that's the beauty of having Facebook and all this. We can just come on and just talk a little bit, show you what's happening here, anticipating and getting ready for some of those stronger storms as we go into the evening. So let me give you a freeze frame here from the Power of 5, and we'll come in a little bit closer. So you can see this thunderstorm. That's a pretty good downpour right there near Greenwich, out towards New London, just west of Clarksville and Clarksfield. And I'll put this into motion and give you a little bit of a time here. This holds together, and we're talking, and it's moving pretty good there. Northeast at 36. The line back out towards Toledo is only at about 17 miles an hour. That line's moving very slowly, but some of these pop-ups are moving at a pretty good clip here. So we're talking Fitchville by 220, looking out towards New London by 227, Brighton by 238. Do me a favor, too, as you're out here, share this with your friends and whatnot, because it's not like the olden days when we just go on the television. No need for that right now, but enable to get updates to your phones and to your apps, and the News 5 app, of course, always live streaming. Folks will be able to get these right away. So just do a little share there if you can. As we come in a little bit closer, you can see there's some lightning within this, 7-8 strikes. But all of this, again, could put down some really good rainfall in a short period of time, and that could create some high water concerns. And that's going to be the case that we see with a lot of these thunderstorm cells that continue to develop and pop throughout the remainder of the evening here. So we're going to widen the scope back out here. There you go. Notice you got here's another pop-up right here, Litchfield. And again, none of this is severe, but impactful, absolutely, on a Saturday afternoon, but right near Norwalk Road. So you're talking Litchfield out towards my name, Frank's Corner, as we work out towards Grafton. Is it going to hit Lodi, Rachel? I'm looking right there. Lodi, yeah, you've got some pretty good thunderstorm cells here down to the south. You have over the last couple of minutes. or last couple of hours as some of these continue to push themselves to the east. But right now, Lodi, you are okay. I'll give this a 30-minute frame loop. Yeah, it's north of Lodi. Lodi okay right now, but all of us here in northern Ohio are going to have the opportunity for downpours here, especially as we get later into the day. This is just, the beginning of what will be a somewhat active late afternoon, evening hour here across greater Cleveland. But within the last couple frames, I mean, look right here. And this is why that atmosphere is so juiced. See in the last couple frames, you're seeing things pop. Again, it's not right here along the lakeshore. There you go. See, right around Avon Lake. So right over the lake, seeing some things pop and develop. Let's look at a couple of our cameras here. And that's why we told you on Good Morning Cleveland earlier this morning to, be weather aware and just, have that News 5 app handy to get your alerts, because we would see things starting to develop here. And a couple of our camera shots. Let's go to our Cleveland cam here on top of course, News 5 here at 30th and Euclid. Guardians are out of town. Nothing right there right now. Here's our camera out. Oh, and this is a nice shot out towards Cedar Point right now. And you can see, looking west. This is looking west. Those cloud tops building. I'll show you. So that's Cedar Point right there. Let me go back to the radar scope in a live mode. And so what you're looking at here as we widen the scope out. So that camera was out towards Cedar Point. And right here, you're looking that direction. So you're getting out towards Marblehead, Catawba Island. And I'll pull that camera up here in a second too. Man, I tell you, every once in a while, the forecast, and these are hard to pinpoint timing, but we've said, by 2, 3 o'clock, the island's really going to start to be rocking and rolling, and we're seeing some of this getting ready to roll in now. So if you are watching us on the app there and you're in Port Clinton, Catawba Island, out towards Sandusky, seeing very steady rainfall. And then as we get into areas just east of Elyria right now, these are just some of these pop-ups that are continuing to develop. Again, this will be the case through the rest of the afternoon and evening hours. But we will definitely, we're dealing with the pop-up variety now. We will definitely get into some of this energy that's back off to our west right now. I'm going to go throw over here and pop up another camera for you. Try to go out towards the islands here this afternoon. Yeah, let me know if you have anybody out on the water, because these storms are going to fire up. And you can see just east of Willard, south of Norwalk, that's a pretty strong thunderstorm cell that's continuing to develop there. We'll go over to some of our cameras here. Let me pull up our Catawba. I know we have one out that way, a camera. But yeah, let me know what's happening. Want to know, what you're doing right now, because all in all, more people are quiet now than active, but that will change as the next couple of hours do go on. Okay, so here's our Lake Erie cameras. This is going to be a good shot here to depict what's happening here out towards Catawba Island. I'm going to get that up for you here in just a second. But yeah, so you notice on the radar scope, let's come in a little bit closer here. I love having the tools that we have here at the Power of 5, because one of the nice things is, you can look at the radar image, and then we have all our camera network. You pull up a camera and you're able to see it. So this is looking out, again, west, obviously, Port Clinton, Catawba. Now, what I'll do is I'll pull up our camera shot and right here, and there you go. You can see the winds really starting to pick up here out ahead of that thunderstorm cell. And those waves, they're not huge. We've had waves about 2 feet or less for most, but you get around these thunderstorm cells, and you're going to get that a little more so here. In fact, let me go in. I want to give a reset to this camera shot. And one of the things I always say when we do these streams, it's not like the old school television, right? You can be a little bit more relaxed and have a conversation with you here. Hello, Phil. Phil's walking in there. First time I ever met Phil. Hello, Phil. Let me get over here and give you a little. There we go. Just want to get that a little better size here for you. Widen the scope out. There we go. That looks much, much better. Okay. So, nonetheless, you can see out towards Catawba, the islands, boats are, heading for safety here as those storms are continuing to push themselves to the east. And it's this large line that, we've watched all afternoon long. We had several warnings on it in and around the Toledo area, but I don't want you hung up too much just on that line there. We've got enough humidity, enough in the dew points are in the 70s here, enough fuel that it's not this. We are concerned about this, but it's all of this that's starting to develop out ahead of it. So, if you were just at the naked eye to look, okay, well, it's out towards Sandusky. Not the case. Widen the radar out. You can see here along I-71 getting into Mansfield. You're going to start seeing some pretty steady rainfall here shortly. If you're traveling 71, if you're leaving Ashland, this now, let's put a little track on this thunderstorm cell that's right along 224. So you're just west and south of New London here. And I'm going to give this a freeze frame for you. And you will notice as we stop it, give it a little lapse there. And we'll put our real-time track on. And so there you go. And these, the ones up along the lake, up around Sandusky, are moving slower. These are moving a lot quicker. You're talking Fitchville by 225, New London 232, Brighton 244 here this afternoon as we widen that in a little bit. So these are going to be crossing over some populated areas, eventually getting around State Route 18. So keep that in mind as this is pushing out to the east. I wouldn't rule out some hail within some of these. Let's go to our hail product here. See if we're noticing anything in that realm. Not picking up much in the way of hail here. Let me go over to this tool too. So yeah, you can see most definitely the rainfall is coming down at a good clip. I wouldn't be too concerned about flash flooding within this. Now, some of that slower action that's moving into areas off to the west and to the north, absolutely. As you get into, as we were mentioning, out towards the islands here. So let's give you a lightning check too on this. And again, we're not looking at anything severe here, but disruptions, absolutely. If you're out on the lake, if you're out towards Cedar Point, you're keeping an eye back to the west. And we'll put this into motion over the last, let's say, hour. And you will notice, I saw this earlier too. It does break up a little bit, see in the last couple frames, but this did this when it was back over Toledo. It gives it a second to kind of recharge back up as it gets into this very soupy, fueled atmosphere. Okay. And so that's what, while you look at the radar, sure, it may look at times breaking up, but it kind of recycles itself back through and going to cause some big time disruptions for us as we go through the afternoon. You can see along I-75 out of the News 5 area, but coming right through Findlay there. Got a little action down right now, popping in around Alliance. Again, nothing severe here, but giving you a downpour if you're in the pool in Alliance, Deerfield, Rootstown, Ravenna. Keeping a watchful eye. You're probably seeing some lightning if you're in Rootstown looking south there along 224. Let me just give you another vantage point too. I want to show you a couple of maps here because the Storm Prediction Center had us and still has us in a regional risk here for severe storms. Is becoming a little bit closer. And last night, they expanded this. Yesterday we were looking more so out just west of Sandusky, but they expanded that 2 out of 5 risk zone for some stronger storms. And that really is coming true right now. I mean, we've had the stronger storms in this yellow zone, but now we're starting to see some thunderstorms firing up in our green zones here. And of course, that's a scale of 1 out of 5, but nonetheless, still could get some really heavy downpours, and the opportunity for a severe thunderstorm is going to be there. And we have all the fuel, all the ingredients that makes this possible here. So we look at the numbers right now, right? Temperatures across greater areas of Cleveland. And your 91 Sandusky, that's going to get cooled off with some rain. Your 90 Elyria here at 2. My forecasted high for the Power 5, we were going with 92 today, so we definitely hit that in Cleveland, 89 Akron. But you factor in other factors here. The dew points, that's the amount of moisture in the air, and that dew point, that gives us our fuel. So, I mean, you look at these dew points right now, I mean, 73 degrees, the amount of moisture, the saturation in that atmosphere there in Sandusky, 72 Worcester, right through Mansfield here, Worcester, into areas of Medina. That's where that thunderstorm cell right now is continuing to move. In fact, we'll go back over to the Power 5. And you'll notice exactly what I was talking about. So right here, Mansfield, but you can see, I mean, the dew point is just really saturated, really giving these thunderstorms a chance to really fire up. Now, as I mentioned, they will kind of recycle from time to time, die a little bit, pick back up. And that's just going to be the case that we're going to be dealing with as we go through the afternoon hours here today. Right now, the most active, probably with some of the biggest impacts, are those that might be along the lakeshore right now. So you're getting out towards Catawba, you're getting out towards Port Clinton. In fact, I've got a camera, the Port Clinton area. So if you have boaters, you have friends out there, just be aware. I'm sure they know, but you can always send them a text, just to make it a little easier there for them. But let me give you another vantage point here. From some of our cameras. Yeah, there's Huron Pier and the river. Let me see, Port Clinton, City Beach, Put-in Bay. Let's go over to this camera here. This will give you a decent shot, I think. Here's it. It's panning the skies. That storm is not there just yet, but it's knocking on its doorsteps. And you can see too, though, as soon as it gets a little bit closer, it does break up a little bit. And that's what we deal with here today. That's going to be kind of the name of the game from now through the afternoon and evening hours. So we just wanted to get on here, give you a little update here, because things will continue to gel up and juice up. And we look at those storm threats getting a little stronger for all of us as we continue with the day into the evening hours. I'll go back over to our camera shots here. And so this is the shot right there in Port Clinton. You can see winds picking up a little bit. I mean, again, this is nothing severe at this point, but hey, a thunderstorm over the lake with some lightning, absolutely. And there you go. There you see it right there, friends. Yeah, that's folks are, I don't know if I always advise standing out and watching it, but nonetheless, it's still a little bit of a distance off, but I'll show you that. And now let me go back to the radar so you can see what they're looking at here as we come in a little bit closer with the Power 5. And yep, right here. So they're looking, there's Port Clinton. So when that shot was out over the water, okay, I guess I could go, well, I'll go back to it in here in a second. When that shot was out over the water, we were sitting right here looking at, and that thunderstorm cell that's coming right south of Sand Beach was that leading edge of the cloud that you saw there. Not a lot of lightning associated with this right now. In fact, that aspect of it kind of faded out a little bit. Is Cleveland going to get anything, Michelle? Absolutely. And again, I want to stress to you, there might be pop-ups here or there now. As we get later into the evening, your chances are going to increase, okay? But yes, the downtown Cleveland area will definitely get some rain, some downpours. And I want to stress again, this is not a big severe weather outbreak today, okay? But you know what? It's disruptive. You got a backyard, you got a kid's birthday party you had planned in the backyard. It's been hot, you're at the pool. You need to make arrangements, make adjustments. I know over in Menor, the St. John Vianney Festival is going on tonight. You've got a festival happening over at Fairport Harbor tonight. It's all quiet right now, but there will be storms that will be developing as we go through the evening hours. Now, for the metro areas here, greater Cleveland, no lightning with any of this, but we are getting a couple downpours just west and south of Strongsville. I'll keep an eye on this, going off the lake, just off Avon Lake, a few thunderstorms popping there as well. But the bigger areas of action, not only here in New London, but also just south of Mansfield. So you're getting more closer to Columbus now. And then as you work right here, this one thunderstorm cell, it's kind of held together. I would say absolutely here as we come in a little bit closer, right around New London, out towards Clarksville, back in around areas of Wakeman, okay? Yeah, that is just to the south of Vermilion. So we're going to keep an eye of this. I mean, well, south of Vermilion. Sometimes I just read names, they're on the map there. But as we come in, let me give you a little freeze frame this afternoon, having our little weather conversation, which is always nice. And I'm trying to read your comments as well. Oh, there's my buddy. Yeah, Sorry, my eyes are going. Okay, Cleveland, we talked about that. Akron, Canton going to get anything? Yeah, I mean, everybody is under the. Is there a chance that you don't see a thing? Sure, but you look at the radar and what we've seen so far, it's going to be an active afternoon and an active evening here. So areas that I'm going to widen it out for you right now. So out towards Akron, you mentioned Aurora, right? Dry right now, but notice how close some of this rainfall is. I mean, you get a deal around Alliance out towards Randolph, there's some downpours. And then you get a quick one that's popping up there towards Parkman. You look out towards Brunswick, Strongsville, west of you, but still some pop-ups. So the atmosphere's there. It's going to be ripe. Let's come in a little bit closer here. And then you'll notice right here out around North Olmsted, sorry, talking a lot. North Olmsted, out towards Westlake, getting a quick downpour there. So we're in the window now where, yes, as we get closer to 4, 5, 6 o'clock, it becomes a little more widespread and active. But we all need to be just kind of weather aware right now, just for this disruption to your Saturday afternoon. Let's go back out towards Port Clinton here. Let's see that camera shot. See whether that looks different now. Not so much. Folks are sunbathing there. But as the camera does pan, you will start to see the opportunity, at least for that thunderstorm cell that's out over the lake right now. And I'll go back to the radar to give you the look that we were looking at there as we come in. But again, this is not producing a lot of lightning, and we've seen this time and time again today. Some of these kind of just recycled them through. In fact, the most impressive lightning is that thunderstorm cell right here. Right in areas, and let me widen the scope out too for you. So you're talking out towards Norwalk, well, south and east of Norwalk. Okay, of course, you got Cuyahoga County here. You get out towards Lorain, and then you get out into Sandusky and Erie County. Quiet at Cedar Point right now, but then you go just south into Huron County, and we've got a pretty good thunderstorm cell that's getting ready to cross over into the eastern portion of Huron. Getting ready to get into the western portion of Lorain and that north portion of Ashland as well. So keeping an eye on it. Not looking at a big severe threat here with this, but I'll let you know. I'll give you a little track here. Let's just put a little track on it. See if you got to get out of the pool if you're in some of these spots here. So yeah, and I'll move the radar so you can see it too. There we go. So out towards Heartland 236 and around areas of Wakeman 252, Camden 257 with some of these stronger thunderstorm cells that continue to push themselves to the east. So this one has been holding together. So and you look at the movement, it's slowed down a little bit, moving at about 26 miles an hour. So if we then take a look at our rainfall rates with this, and I'll switch over to that for you right now so you can see here. Where's my rainfall rates? Trying to find my rates. There we go. So there's the radar. Here we go. Rain rates. So I'm going to take the lightning off here for you, and we'll take off the track so you can see the rain rates. There we go. So coming in a little bit closer. Now, this entire cell isn't putting down this amount of water, but there are some extreme areas. In fact, you can see right here, just west of New London, we'll come in a little bit. So Fitchville, there you go. I got my locator on for you. Very heavy rainfall within this thunderstorm cell. I mean, you could be seeing upwards of 4.5 inches an hour out of this if it would just stay there. Look at that, even a little more east of Greenwich. So that's why we say flash flooding could be very localized in some of these thunderstorm cells that continue to pop and develop as we go throughout the afternoon and evening. I'm going to give you a scope here, clear this out, and we'll widen it out. Okay, so let me get the radar back up for you. Make sure that we don't have it. Yeah, I mean, it's becoming a pretty active radar scope. Now, this line has really fizzled, but don't let your guard down as we go into the afternoon and evening. As we mentioned, we're not looking at big severe weather outbreaks, but that atmosphere's juice, and we're going to get some good thunderstorms that are going to continue to pop and develop right now. So we go areas out towards just south of Ravenna, 224, Atwater right there, and then in and around this just north of North Olmsted, out towards Grafton, Cook Street, Frank's Corner, dealing with some of those downpours. But really, the most impressive, if you want to call it that, is that thunderstorm cell that continues out towards New London and Greenwich here. So we're keeping an eye. I'll probably take a break here in a couple seconds. Phil is in this evening, so he will keep you updated if anything severe to strong does continue to develop here. The News 5 app's a great tool to have, of course, to keep you updated. And you can stream, even when we're not on the air, obviously, we can come on and just stream right there on any of your platforms, whether you're watching me right now on the Facebook or the YouTube. And I'm old because I'm calling it the YouTube. And then we have, hello, Michael says, come on. Thank you, Michael. I'm live down in Cincinnati, but helping out here at News 5 here in my hometown for the summer. So very good. I just look at this. If you click, I never realized that. If you click on the comment, it can pop up. So Kelly, that surprised me there. Does everybody know that? That's pretty good. Kelly, what's the timing for the islands here this afternoon? Well, timing is right now for the islands. I'll tell you that. I think once this line moves through for you there, you are looking better for the evening hours. But yeah, most definitely the timing is now. In fact, we'll come in closer and you can see out towards Catawba. There's Put-in Bay. Yep, right there. Middle Bass as we come in a little bit closer. In fact, I can pull up our camera there out towards Put-in Bay. I'm sorry. I'm just very shocked and surprised with that. In fact, I can put your comments on the live stream. Little things excite me. I apologize. So let's see what Put-in Bay's look. Oh, look at this. Okay, wait till you see this shot. Yeah, you definitely want to be off the water there. Let me get this pulled up for you. Yeah, this is a good shot. I mean, it's not good because it's strong thunderstorm or good heavy downpour. But Kelly, you were asking about the islands here. What's this comment here? Let Frank make his money, y'all. Okay. And I do this for free. So here we go. We're going to widen that picture out. So there's Put-in Bay. Let me give you a little lapse here just to see where this is moving here for the last 45 minutes. So you can see it's pushing east and due north. This is going to go right over the island. It might cut right just north and get more into Middle Bass, but this is coming right here. And then as you look towards our camera shot right there, look at that. Yep, there you go, Kelly. So answering your question, Kelly, islands are being hit right now here as we go here this afternoon. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good shot right there. You see the boats, trying to get themselves, undercover. You're a boater, I like going on friends' boats. I'm not really a boater, like I would get nervous driving it. But whenever I've been boating, with friends out towards the islands and whatnot, always felt super safe. And the boaters know what to do. But yeah, you can see, right there. I haven't seen any reports of water spouts out here with this right now, but some of that stuff up around Detroit earlier, probably more than likely. Let's give you a look at Akron right now. Akron, you're all good, looking good there. Our camera on top of the Hilton, downtown Cleveland. Yeah, downtown Cleveland, no problems whatsoever. I just want to show this comment just for fun. Daniel says, Frank is never wrong. Yeah. No, that's not true, Daniel. Weather's not an exact science, okay? When will the line of storms, this is a good comment too. When will the line of storms cross over Cleveland Heights? Well, that line that we're looking at right now here, Catherine, is well to the west of you, okay? And again, that line kind of fizzling. I do expect it to regenerate a little bit because we've got a lot of that fuel out ahead of it. But let's not just be concerned about the line. We are looking at some pop-up variety well ahead of that. And you mentioned out towards Cleveland Heights. Here you go right now, coming in a little bit closer. There's East Cleveland. There's Shaker. There's Cleveland Heights. This is just radar, feedback. But notice we're right around Bay Village. Okay. I hope my dog's doing well. My little buddy Teddy there. If you can hear my voice, I leave the TV on for him. So But anyway, you can see right here around Bay Village, Westlake, pretty good downpour. So this is going right over Huntington Beach, okay? Right now with the Cleveland Metro Parks. So going right over Huntington Beach. That's going to go out towards the lake, but that was not there 20 minutes ago. So while, yes, you're asking what time, don't be concerned about that line. We're going to get things popping as we continue through the afternoon and into the evening hours here, Kelly. So thank you very much. My eyes are so bad. Oh, sitting at Kalahari. There we go. Thank you so much. Randy, how are you? Sitting at Kalahari, how long do you think until it arrives here in Sandusky? Well, let's widen the picture out there. Glad you're watching there in Sandusky here. And right now, you'll notice, I'm not saying you're completely, clear, but in the immediate, next 30 minutes, you're still pretty good. Next 30, 45 minutes, they're in Sandusky. The lightning aspect might influence you a little more so because we are seeing lightning within this, but this is moving to the north and to the east. So if you just follow the track of it right there, and then we have action down around Fremont. So eventually this all moves east if it holds together, and Sandusky hasn't really got anything yet today. So yes, you've got the air mass very juiced, very ready for something to fire up. In fact, we'll look at the numbers here as we go off to the east. And you can see 91 degrees Sandusky here at this hour. And then as you take a look at the dew points, dew point factors 73. So your atmosphere, Randy, is ripe. It is ready to go for the opportunity for some of these thunderstorms to fire up. But if you look at the current scope of the radar, you are still in the dry slot, but that doesn't mean much because it could quickly change. As we go down here, thank you so much, Randy. Appreciate it. Get back to some comments here. How do I get my... There you go. How do I get my post up there? There you go, Allison. How you doing? I just got to click on your name there. Okay. We're not in a full severe weather mode here, so we can have a nice little conversation with everybody here. Okay. Yes, no, thank you for that, Lori. No, I appreciate that. Lori, we say Greenwich, not Greenwich, out here in Greenwich. No, I appreciate that. Sometimes the towns you get into, you zoom in and whatnot, and I'm from Northeast Ohio. I've spent the last 18 years down in Cincinnati. So my brain's a little old. Okay, so I when I'm popping cities on there, I appreciate it though. I really do. Thank you so much. Okay, let me take your comment off. I like it though. Thank you. And we will look right here. Yeah, look at that. I'm gonna try to pop this up. There's Avon. Bay Village. Let me see what camera I got over there. I'm just going to step out for a second here so I can check out some camera shots I have. See if we can get that downpour. Oh, maybe I already have it pulled up. Let's look here. No, we're I-71 at Denison. That's definitely getting a little dark there. Coming a little bit closer. Just give me a second here. I'm just going to, again, we're not tracking big severe storms, but big disruptions, absolutely. And, this is always good just to get a little vantage point of what's going on. Oh, this is good. Okay, so yeah, that thunderstorm cell just went over, well, that downpour just went over I-90. And I'll show you here on our cameras. I got Clegg, I-90, and that's my exit right there. I-90 and Clegg pulled up for you. We'll go over right here. This is what I want. Yep, there you go. So here's I-90 Clegg Road. And absolutely, yeah, you can see that. And I'll show you on the radar what we're looking at. So here's the radar scope, right? Right there. There's coming close. There's I-90. There's Lake Road with that construction still going on over there, right? A little pain. But yeah, went right over, right? The Rocky River right there, went right over, gave you that quick downpour, and now it's going out towards the lake. So good news there. But again, this is just all kind of early opportunities here. I will say it is nice to get some of these downpours. It washes the atmosphere out, but this isn't going to flush the atmosphere out completely. So we have to wait for that front to do that. And that comes in, the front comes in tomorrow, but all of this is out ahead of that front, okay? So you'll notice the last couple frames, let me come in a little bit closer, starting to fill in a little more property here with some of these thunderstorm cells from Norwalk to Ashland. None of this is moving at a really fast speed. I think the fastest we have about now 26 miles an hour, but you look out towards Mansfield, Worcester, you're going to be, shortly, 30, 40 minutes. I'll give you a stop frame on here, and let's try to time that out. Areas, Ashland, and then Medina right now is dry. But as we put this into motion, let me see if I got any tracks on here. Yep, we still have Wakeman 252, Camden 303, Kipton 305. These are slowing up a little bit, moving about 20 miles an hour now. And as I put the radar here back into motion for you over the last hour with its movement, and so Medina, you're okay right now. You're dry. There's not a lot happening there. I got some thunderstorms that popped up for you along 71 up towards Brunswick, out towards Strongsville, but this out towards New London right now in Wellington. It is not moving, straightly due east. It's going a little bit more north and east. Now, this held together, and we have the tools to show you, but just look right here. So if that held together, going this direction, yeah, it's gonna give you some good downpours, Brunswick, Medina, but it's still a little far off here. So we're keeping an eye, but not a severe threat for you there at this point, at this hour. And again, the lakes have been pretty active here. Coming in a little bit closer. Let's see here. There's Put-in-Bay. There's Catawba. Let me pull up that Catawba camera again, because that should give us we probably should be seeing some good steady rainfall there. Oh man, the Put-in-Bay camera actually looks really good right now. I'm gonna pull that up for you. And I wouldn't rule out a water spout out there. A little brain freeze there. Hold on a second. There we go. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good looking camera. Looking out towards, you got Put-in-Bay right there. I mean, this camera's on Put-in-Bay. And as you look at the radar's picture, so you're looking a little bit, I guess you would be saying north, right? Go to analysis mode here to show you. Right there, Catawba. Yeah, I'm going to pull that camera up too for you here, because you got a pretty big thunderstorm cell, at least good downpours. There's not a lot of lightning within this, but it's going right over the islands right now, right there. Staying a little bit north. It's going to stay a little bit north and west of Marblehead. Pull that other camera up here. A little multitask if we could. Let me see. What was I doing? Oh, see, I jinxed myself. I was trying to multitask, and obviously I forgot what I was doing. So yeah, the wave's picking up a little bit here. As we come in a little bit closer, I'll show you the camera right now. There you go. There you go. Yep. That's what you call a little bit of a chop on the lake here as that thunderstorm pushing on through. Now, this is going to go through. It's going to get a little more humid behind it again. And, it should be decent later evening hours. We've said, as we've been following through with this forecast, that the biggest opportunities early on would be north and west along the lakes for the lake forecast itself. Not really, these storms not really affecting things out towards Fairport Harbor, Ashtabula right now. We had the quick downpour that pushed over Huntington Beach there in Bay Village, but the lakes are going to get a little more rough, a little more choppier with these thunderstorms that are up along the islands here earlier than later. Now, for us, let's go back to the radar picture, and I'm going to widen it out. And this one thunderstorm cell this has held together for quite some time, and there's nothing warned on it by any means, but hey, if you're in the pool in Oberlin, you're at the pool Wellington right now, Pittsfield, you've got a pretty good downpour about to come your way. And if this holds together, some of this is going to get into Elyria, maybe eventually Parma. Again, it's not moving very quickly. That's the thing here this afternoon. And let me freeze frame it here for you and take a sip of water if you don't mind. But it's moving to the north, to the east here. What did I say? About 20 miles an hour. So I'll give you a little bit of a track here. So we'll do 20, 26 miles an hour. Yeah, so Camden 256, Kipton at 258, Brighton 255. I mean, more of us are dry than anything here, which is nice. Let me widen this picture back out here. But we are seeing this stuff build. Oh, hello. Let's see. Let me put this comment up on the air for you there. I'm so scared. Any idea on Avon Lake? I'm scared. Don't be scared, Michael. Go see if we're on now. Am I on? Yeah. Come tell me if I'm on. Am I? Can you hear me now? So that, not making light of anything. And again, we don't have severe storms. These are strong thunderstorms right now that are pushing through. But I went to tell Michael not to be scared. And as soon as I said, don't be scared, the power here at News 5 went off. And we have nothing going on outside. So you know what? With the heat, the air conditioners running, a lot of our power is probably being overused here today. So do apologize for that. But I wanted to tell you, Michael, don't be scared. We don't see a huge severe weather outbreak here today. But what we do see are these opportunities for strong thunderstorms that will continue to develop. In fact, let me put this into motion for you because the Storm Prediction Center late last night did expand the slight risk. Now, even in Avon Lake, you'll be in that slight risk, right? But even though, right here, just, it comes right in, like kind of cuts Cuyahoga County in half. But even though that slight risk is there, it's still only a 2 out of 5, okay? And then you got the 1 out of 5 back to the west. We've been keeping you updated. None of this is going to be a big, this isn't going to go down as some big severe weather event for the day. But there's enough energy out there for some of these stronger thunderstorms to cause some pretty big time disruptions. And you saw a little bit of the power right there go out here a second ago, even without no storm. So I do appreciate it. Yep, we got a lot of people saying, there you go. What happened to the screen? The power went out. Let me know. Can you hear me now? Am I back? I believe I'm back on. I believe we're back and going strong here. So I do appreciate that. In fact, Phil, check your phone. Just am I? If you wouldn't mind. Okay, we're back. The YouTube's back. Thank you, Phil. Appreciate it. I know. Yes, we're back. There you go. I mean, I like talking to, just talking, but I want to make sure somebody's watching. It's always good there. So you notice the one thunderstorm cell here around New London. It's kind of fizzled on out. I think, in all honesty, we will take a little moment, a little breather here in a little bit, because none of this, as of right now, on the severe aspect. But disruptions, as we've been telling you, tell me go on there about. Oh gosh, what time is it now? 2:53. Yeah, probably about 2 o'clock. Been talking for a little bit here, but there's stuff to talk about. But again, more of us are dry than anything. But the problem is, you look, you go, okay, I don't live here, New London, Portland, but out towards Strongsville, Brunswick, right here, North Olmsted, Avon Lake. This was not there a second ago. Now Avon Lake got another a good downpour right there as it's pushing through. So that's going to be the case here. I was going to try to find that comment from Michael earlier. He said he doesn't want to be scared. He's in Avon Lake. Don't be scared, Michael. That's just some rainfall. You can see there's no lightning within this either at this point, at this hour. So widen the picture out a little more. So this one right here, Barton Road. Yeah, some good rainfall happening here. Let me go back into our analysis mode. So okay, there we go. So we're actually got a live look here. Everything had to reset for a moment after the power surge here at the News 5. So widening out, man. Now let's look at this here for a second. That's a pretty good, probably get a little gusty winds within this, possibly just south and east of Belleville. Again, not dealing with anything that's severe here, but out towards Mansfield, very heavy rainfall, a lot of lightning within this. We'll see if we have enough to give it a little bit of a movement. We do, and I'll show you exactly where we're going here. So this is pushing. This will be in Lucas 301, Perrysville 311, and you're not looking at a severe storm with this as of right now, but this will give you a little bit of gusty winds, I think, within this as it's pushing itself to the east with some heavy downpour. So we're coming up here on 3 o'clock. I think we are going to take a little bit of a quick little pause because I do want to let everybody know we're not looking at anything severe right now, but we are not out of the woods just yet. We've got, this is that little firing up. We've got a lot of juice in this atmosphere still this afternoon. Give you one more look at the dew points here. As we wait this front's not going to come. I mean, this is just all the leading edge. Front comes through tomorrow, but right here, yeah, 70 Elyria. Those dew points are juiced, 70. So there's still a lot of energy here to fire things up as we go into the evening. So we'll take a little breather, a little pauser here. Radar, keep running. Keep the News 5 app handy. We'll let you know what's happening. Phil will take over here this afternoon and into the evening hours and give you that follow through of stronger storms that could be following our evening plan. So have a good one, everybody. We'll end this for now, but take care.